Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Jade here and I hope you all are doing well. First of all, are you guys not enjoying my setup? You guys, see, if you know how long I have been trying to set my background up, I really hope it's giving what it's meant to be giving. I might be making some improvements as the time goes on, but as it is now, I'm loving it. It's giving Nordic vibes over there, it's giving nature vibes over there. Anyway, today's video is going to be about a very controversial topic. You guys, are you ready? This topic now, if I'm being very honest, this topic has been on my mind for a long time. Ever since I created this hot topics series, it's something I've really wanted to do. I haven't gotten around to it, but today I'm going to be tackling it. Now, first of all, as I mentioned, this is going to be a controversial topic. So if you know that you're somebody that you cannot listen to something controversial and comment respectfully, out. Just leave this video because I'm gonna block. I will block you, I'll remove you, I'll restrict you, everything that YouTube is offering to remove you from my comment section, I will do it. So if you know that you cannot have, calm, cool and collected discussion without fight, without insult, leave the video. Thank you. Anyway, so I made a few notes, right? And it's basically just going to be about the problems that I have with tipping culture. And I kind of gave about 4 issues that I have with tipping culture. First of all, let me just say that tipping culture is not new to me, right? Like, I feel like there's no country that doesn't tip. I feel like people tip everywhere in the world. But the tipping I'm going to be talking about today is specific to Canada. And guys, I know about this because I'm a restaurant person. I love to go to restaurants, right? And restaurants is one of the major places where tipping culture exists. And that is why, see, let me not even jump the gun. But yeah, restaurants is one of the major places that tipping exists. But you see, in this Canada, it's not only restaurants. It's not only restaurants. And that's going to bring me to my first problem that I have with tipping culture. Now, the very first thing is this compulsion that they've turned it into. Like I said, tipping culture is not new to me at all. We tip a lot in Lagos, Nigeria, where I'm from, and it's not a new thing. Someone does a good thing for you, a service for you, you tip the person. Sometimes they will even just greet you. They will just say, good afternoon. You just say, here, come and take this amount of money, depending on how generous you're feeling, right? There is a whole lot of freedom of choice where that is concerned in Nigeria. But you see, in this Canada, it is compulsory. It is compulsory. And now they'll say, oh no, it's not compulsory. Shevi, you can say no tip. See, they've put it in such a way that it is practically compulsory, even if it's not compulsory, like so to speak, literally or technically, but it's actually compulsory. Now, why? The first thing I'll say is that they integrate these tipping, whatever, they integrate this tipping culture into the systems that are used for payments. Now, I know somebody will say, oh yes, because Canada is more advanced and obviously people don't use cash as much as they do in Nigeria. That's the reason why they have to integrate it in the system. I get that. However, the way they integrate it is actually problematic. Let me give you at least 2 examples. I think I have 3, but I'm going to give you at least 2 examples. Number 1, Walmart. If you guys are ordering something from Walmart online, and I'm not even talking about Uber Eats, as in Walmart, the website, do you know that it is already asking you how much you are going to tip the person that is delivering, the driver? And it's like, the service has not even come. I've not received this service. I don't even know if it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. This person is not, I've not seen whether this person has gone above and beyond yet. And you're already telling me, is it 5%? Is it 18%? Is it, how many percent do I want to tip this person? How do I even make that decision, really? If you're not making it compulsory, So you're taking it away from it being a reward for going above and beyond to something that should just be a normal, natural part of anybody that is providing a service for you. And it's wrong. Like, I don't know if I would say it's, yeah, well, I believe it's wrong. I don't think you should automatically ask people to drop tips when they've not even received the service yet. The second one is Lyft, right? Lyft is the second example I'm going to give you guys. Lyft, do you know that as you are in the car, they'll be telling you that, oh, how is your journey going? Like, you will get a notification saying, how is your journey going? That, oh, make your driver's day by giving him a tip. And I'm like, I'm already paying for this service. See, if you use Lyft, you know that before you can even go on the journey, it has already deducted the money from your account. So I've paid for this service, right? I'm in the journey going to where I'm going, and you're telling me that, oh, is the journey going well? I should make my driver's day. As how? Like, have I not paid for the service already? Why should I make my driver's day? Like, why is that my responsibility? Like, it's just so weird. And Uber Eats is very similar as well to Walmart, because as you are checking out, they're already asking you for the tip you are going to give. And let me say something, as somebody that uses Uber Eats a lot, I have received a lot of terrible service from these guys. They'll just come, drop my things out. I will say, okay, meet me at the door. They will actually just drop the food outside, right? Or there was a time where somebody even picked up what I did not even ask for at all. I ended up asking for a refund. So in that case, you're expecting me to have tipped this person before even receiving the service that now ended up being nonsense. So, I mean, make it make sense. It's not making sense. So that's one of the major reasons why I don't like it, because it's borderline compulsory. And yeah, I don't think tipping should be compulsory. Point number 2, entitlement. You guys, apart from the systems and the businesses making it kind of compulsory, the individuals who are collecting these tips also have an entitlement to these tips. Now, I'm talking about places like restaurants, right? All the ones I give you guys are not even like restaurants. Now, in restaurants, you find out that the way people even approach you when they are giving you the card to make the machine to make payments, it's almost like, and they're looking at you and they're looking at the machine like they feel like you must give them that tip. And when you don't give them that tip, the way they're going to behave to you afterwards, you guys, I'm telling you, one time Chris and I went to a restaurant and he put no tip there. If you see the way the aggression that this waiter used to give Chris his receipt, and it's like, why are you entitled? Like, you didn't do anything that is above and beyond. So why are you entitled to a tip, right? So for me, it's like it creates this entitlement, and then they kind of like shame the customer for not tipping. Sometimes, in fact, I don't know, I'm sure some of you must have experienced where they're even talking about it or laughing about it, maybe like when you're leaving, about you not tipping. Or sometimes, like I've heard in America, sometimes they will even vocalize it. They'll be like, oh yeah, she didn't tip. Like they'll actually make it obvious and shame you, the customer, for not tipping. That's like the height of entitlement, and I think it's absolute trash. The question I have for them is, what makes you think I have more to give? Like, you don't know how I'm making my money. You don't know whether this is just a birthday celebration that I want to do for my friend that I squeezed my last penny to do. You don't know if this was something that, oh, somebody's just treating me. You don't even know what it cost me. You're now expecting me to give you on top of that. And don't forget that in Canada is one of those countries that, even apart from what you see on the menu, there is tax. So after buying everything you want to buy, you're still going to pay tax. If you're now in somewhere like Ontario, you're paying 13% tax, right? So after all of that, I should not tip you on top. Nah, I think that's ridiculous. I think that's actually crazy. Fourth point is culture. Now, why I'm saying culture here is people usually say that tipping is their culture. And I have a problem with that statement altogether, because you'll see people online saying stuff like, oh, tipping is the culture here. If you know that you're not going to be able to tip, you should not be eating in a restaurant. Might as well just order take home to your house, blah, blah, blah. First of all, we are already paying tips when we order food. You're already requesting for tips when you order food. So that argument is already redundant. And these services are not even, okay, let me even give you guys another example. Subway. Subway. You guys, there's a tip machine. There's a tip option on their machine in Subway. My question is, you did your job. Like, it's not as if you left your station and came to my table or something. I left my house. I came to your shop. You prepared my sandwich and it's time for me to pay. I should give you tip. That will happen. As how? Like, is there something you did? Like, it's not making sense. So people say like, oh, it's their culture and everything. Now, this one is going to be very controversial, but I'm going to say it nonetheless. I feel like these countries where these things happen, Canada, America, but like I said, I'll focus on Canada. Canada is a very multicultural country, especially, let's even use Ontario. Very, very multicultural. You have people from Nigeria, have people from India, have people from all walks of life there. So my question is, which culture? Because you're having so many people coming from, and these are not just people trooping into your country randomly. Like, your government asked us to come. Your government said that they need us. So it's not like America or the UK where you are even tired of immigrants. In this Canada, you people said we should come. You asked us to come here. So you should be accommodating of other people's cultures. You cannot expect that everybody is just going to lean into what you guys do here. It's not possible. All of us come from places where these things are not done. A lot of places in Asia, to my limited knowledge, they don't even condone tipping. It's even seen as rude for you to tip somebody sometimes. I've heard things like that. Like in the UK, I lived in the UK for at least 4 years for my schooling. Tipping was not a culture. It was not in any way ingrained into the payment system like the way it's done here. So I'm sorry, I don't agree with that culture nonsense. Like, trust me, when it comes to culture, I am coming from a very cultural society. So I understand how culture can be very important to people, but is it like this one, you people are just looking for how to collect our money. You're just looking for how to collect our money, and that's it about that. The final thing that I think is a problem with tipping culture is that it condones unfair wages. Now, see, this is another thing that people usually say whenever they are trying to give excuses for tipping culture. They say, oh, these waiters are not well paid. We need to like help them out because the businesses are not paying them. And I'm like, what's my business with that? Like, why can't you as a business owner pay your waitresses well? If you want to increase price on your menu, increase it. Increase the price. The people that will come to your restaurant are the people that will come to your restaurants. There are several places where the food is really, really expensive, and you find out that their reservations are booked weeks and months ahead. So don't use that one as an excuse. Pay your waiters well. Pay them, okay? Don't come and expect that we customers are going to bear the consequences of that, because the truth is, we are going to bear the consequences anyway. If you put the prices you need to put in your what's it called, your menu, we'll pay it. So don't come and try and shame us. It's not my responsibility. It is not my responsibility to make up for what your employer is not doing for you. So sorry. Okay. If you guys have any other reason why you don't like tipping that I have not mentioned, please don't hesitate to drop a comment in the comment section, and I'm going to give my final thoughts. So here are my thoughts. I believe that tipping should be a reward for a service that is provided, which is going above and beyond the standard. Anybody who is going above and beyond the standard service is a person who deserves a tip. And even then, it is still supposed to be voluntary. It should be based on what I have if I feel like it. I feel like that whole thing of putting tipping whatever on machines, they should remove it. They should remove it. And if I thought they're going to keep it, they should require the waitresses to look away. Don't come and be looking in my eye and try to see, God, see, I remember there was even one, like, she was looking directly in my eyes as I was putting the whatever. Like, don't look at me, don't try to shame me, okay? Don't try to shame me. Like, I really, that's my final thought. It should be for people that are going above and beyond, right? It should not be just on every simple transaction, whether I've received the service, I've not received the service. No, it should not be. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed talking about it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment. You can also follow me on my social if you want to hear from me more regularly. And guys, if you have any other hot topics that you want me to talk about, let me know. I'm thinking of different topics I'm going to be talking about these days. I'm also considering bringing Chris here, maybe to talk about some things that involve relationship. And even if it's not a relationship, just something that Chris and I can talk about, because we do have different opinions every now and then, and I think you guys might enjoy that. So let me know if you have any topics you would like me or me and Chris to talk about. I'll really love to see them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.